a world where the Constitution is under attack, one team of patriots stands up to fight for what's right with courage, strength, truth, and justice. Backed by popular demand and broadcasting live via the internet, this is the world-famous Rage Against the Regime, bringing you hard-hitting exclusive interviews and covering the topics the mainstream media doesn't dare to touch. Here are your hosts, Bobby Who's the Man and Becky Williams.
Welcome to Rage Against the Regime Radio, where status quo gets taken to task. With your host, Bobby Who's the Man. Don't be a stranger. Give us a call at 929-477-3565 or contact us at rageagainsttheregimepodcast@gmail.com or on our Twitter at RATR Podcast. And please like our Facebook page. On with the show. Here's Bobby.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rage Against the Regime podcast, and I'm your host, just in case you didn't hear it, and I think it said it more than once. It's Bobby Who's the Man. A lot of things I want to cover right now. The most important thing that I need to cover right now is some of you people really just are sheeple. You're sheeple. That's all you are. You're sheeple. You're sitting here, you're looking at Facebook, you're looking on TV, you're reading all over the place that all these states are going to stop the Syrian rebels from coming to your state. And you're all going, yes, Yahoo! We won! Yahoo! Yeah! What's going to stop them? Which border? Please point in that direction so I know to go there and watch to make sure that they're not coming across that border. Because that's a flat-out lie, ladies and gentlemen. It's a lie. We have wide open borders. Who the hell's going to stop them? Okay, we're not going to have our government transporting them here, right? That's what they meant to say. Not that they're not going to come here, because guess what, folks? They're already here. They're already here. In my area, one of the mosques is asking for donations for clothing, for jackets, for blankets, and for housing. What does that tell you? Why would they be asking? Please help out the refugees, blah, blah, blah. They're here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Don't feed into that bullcrap. Okay? Our borders are wide open in certain areas. Do you think they don't know that? Do you think the word hasn't gotten all over the place by now? Hey, you want to go into the United States? This is where you go. This is where the border's wide open and you can just walk right in the damn country right here. The word's out, folks. We've been getting flooded. Latin America, okay, being Mexico, and it's been a lot of OTMs. Other than Mexican. OTM. Prayer rugs being found. Qurans being found for a long time. The ranchers just did a video the other day and put another one out. One of the same guys that's been posting the videos and stuff, you know, of what he's been finding on his ranch. And guess what? Prayer rugs, Qurans, backpacks with, whatever in it. An OTM, other than Mexicans. Folks, don't feed into this bullcrap, okay? They're telling you what you want to hear. Now, are people starting to wake up and finally seeing what's going on? Yes. Okay, I'll give the sheeple a little bit more credit. Okay, because more people are finally waking up. But I can't tell you how many people did not give a crap about France when this whole thing happened the other day. Okay, I did show respect. I did the France flag, over my picture thing, and, and then people sent me messages, and you know what? They had a damn good point. They're like, hey, man, I'm an American. I'm not putting another country's flag over my face and blah, blah, blah. And I said, look, the reason why I did it was to show respect. It was more of a humanity thing than anything. And then they said, yeah, well, where were they when 9/11 happened? Remember, they were one of the countries that didn't want to get involved? Remember that? They were also one of the countries that handed over the Jews to the Germans. I didn't know so much about that, and I had to go look and go into history and look back a little bit, and that is exactly right. The French did hand over the Jewish people to the Germans. Jewish people actually found safety in Poland, believe it or not. I saw that on a TV show the other day on The Amazing Race. I went and looked it up, and absolutely they did. Schindler's List. He was from Poland. Or he was in Poland at the time. So, the point that I'm getting at is here we are, more propaganda, mainstream media. I've been telling you this for years. Anybody that follows anything that the mainstream media tells you, it's all propaganda. They are going to tell you anything that you would like to hear. If they think that it's going to, spread like wildfire and, people might want to catch on to this one and, everybody's going to be spreading it. Yeah, my state said, no, we're not going to allow no, Syrian refugees to come to my state and to my city and blah, blah, blah. It's a bunch of crap. Okay? We're just not going to allow them to be brought here on buses. If you don't think that if you don't think that they're not coming to a state and a city somewhere near you real soon, you're as goofy as the day is long. Okay? You are as goofy as the day is long. They are already here. They've been coming here for a while now. Okay? But it took a major catastrophe in France for the people to finally say, you know what, that's enough. And for, the politicians to finally say, oh crap, we better do something about this. They should have been doing something about that, 8 years ago? Well, 7 years right now? 7 years ago? When POTUS was put in place? I mean, seriously, folks. Look at how many executive orders and how many things have been done to our country and to our people that, somebody should have been in trouble for it for, a long time ago. And we all know who. Nobody's done anything about it. The government's running amok and doing whatever they want to do, and there's nothing that we can do about it. Nothing that nobody is doing about it, or anybody's doing about it, I should have said. We're just, sitting back, hey, look, they're doing it again, yeah, oh well. It's a damn shame, folks. I'm just as guilty. I used to think to myself, one person does not make a difference, and that's wrong. That is wrong. One person can make a world of difference. Just like the show that I did talking about positive messages, positive actions, and everything else brings you positive results. We have to do something about this. We cannot allow this to keep going on. We cannot allow it to keep happening. We're getting driven right over, like we're not even there. Things happening left and right. President Obama wouldn't even, give it a moment of silence for France today at the G20 summit. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Look, I get, I get the thing where, our country's greater than thou, blah, 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 so on and so forth. Okay, I get all that. Seriously, I get it. But my God, man, a lot of people will tell you, oh, France is one of our biggest allies. Well, the things that I told you guys a little while ago, about them being the ones that handed over the Jews to Germany, and then, them not helping us out during 9/11 and stuff like that. They chose to stay out of it. Okay, I get it. But still, like right now, they're over there, doing airstrikes against, ISIS and laying them out and, going against the terrorists and everything. That's one of the main reasons why Paris and France itself was attacked on Friday the 13th. First of all, they're the ones that killed Jihad Johnny. Second of all, they've got a big old aircraft carrier right off the shores out there. They're doing airstrikes. They're laying it out. But see, I talked about it last week. It doesn't make any sense because the French president, said, hey, we want to accept these people. We want, them to have babies with our people, and we want them to, it just, my God, are you kidding me? He was nothing but accepting of these people. If you ever watch the videos of what they look like when they're coming off the ships and everything, they're like 18 to 25, all well built, usually all men or boys, hardly any women and hardly any children. Looks like a damn army to me. Seriously. Looks like a damn army. So folks, please do your homework. Please look into it a little bit better before you start getting excited over something like you are right now. Oh, my state is one of the states that's not going to allow them here. Yay! Who's going to stop them? How are they going to stop them? Where are they going to stop them? Are we actually going to finally put Border Patrol where they belong? At the border? Stopping these individuals from coming across? Because if we are, yay, finally. But then again, we've got so many people that are doing time down on these borders. Camp Lone Star. I can't sit here and name all the camps because I'd be a liar if I told you I knew even half of them. But we got people that are donating their time and volunteering down on these camps, trying to prevent these type of people from coming across our borders. And daily, they will tell you, besides the drug smugglers, they see tons of these people trying to come across the Rio Grande or whatever river it is. And, the Border Patrol they cannot stop them from coming across. They are undermanned. They don't have the manpower. They just don't have the manpower. We don't have the manpower in place. So now what? Seriously, now what? It doesn't make any sense, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't make any sense. A lot of people will tell you that all the actions from from this past weekend that happened in France was a false flag. And they will tell you that, this was actually governmental agencies that did what they did because of the precision and because of how many places were taken out at one time. And, a lot of people were saying, oh, there was only, a handful of guys. There's no way that a handful of guys could do the destruction that these guys did. Now, do I think that it was a false flag? I don't know. I don't have any kind of information that tells me that. So I'm not going to tell you that. Because it would just be goofy on my part, and I could be looking like an idiot right now telling you something that I really don't know. But I will tell you, I did watch some of Alex Jones' show today. He did a live video on Facebook today that was actually pretty awesome, and there was a lot of information on there. And you know what? People can say what they want about Alex Jones. They could say, oh, he's really this, he's really that, whatever. A lot of people say that, he's a government agent, he's a shill, he's this, he's that. Listen, I don't know about all that. I do know that he brings a lot of good information, shares a lot of stuff that makes a lot of damn sense. So you call it what you want it. I'll call it what I want to. And I don't know. But I just wanted to do this little bit of information. Ladies and gentlemen, please do your homework. Please look into what is really, really going on right now in this country. Okay? And see if you can figure out if this is, some kind of scam or scheme, or, if they're trying to draw our attention towards, hey, the government's doing something really, really good and blah, 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 and then all of a sudden they're going to get us somewhere else. That's usually what happens. And I mean, I don't want to sound like an ass when I say that, but it's the truth. Usually, it's just like a good magician. Watch this hand over here. Hey! But you can't see what the other hand is doing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have a good night. Until the next time.
Thank you for listening to Rage Against the Regime Radio. Don't be a stranger. Please like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter @RATR Podcast. And feel free to leave some feedback whenever you listen to us. You can also email us at rageagainsttheregimepodcast@gmail.com.